Getting ready to recognize World Alzheimer's Day, which is going to be tomorrow on September 21st.
A pinwheel garden of blue, orange, yellow, and purple pinwheels was set outside of CHRISTUS Mother Frances Hospital in Tyler today.
We are speaking with people today and asking which color represents how they have been impacted by the disease.
Which colors do you think would fit best for you?
Actually, I lost my mother-in-law, so...
Each color has a specific meaning.
Purple is for people who have lost someone to Alzheimer's. Yellow is for current caregivers. Blue is for people living with dementia. And orange is for people who just wish to see a cure in the future if they haven't been personally affected.
It's estimated 1 in 3 seniors will have some kind of dementia at some point after they turn 65.
There are over 300 types of dementia. Alzheimer's is the biggest bucket under that umbrella of dementia. It is the dementia that we know the most about. It is the most prevalent dementia.
You did? Well, then I will put a purple one out there for you.
Many, like Rudolph Jacobs, cherishes his sister's memories, honoring her full life beyond the disease.
I just couldn't bear it, to see it like they would tear me up. So, it's sad. It's real sad. To think a person would change that much in a shorter time.
With Alzheimer's becoming more common, spreading awareness like today can help others not feel alone in the process.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Randy.
That's very wonderful.
All right. Appreciate
April Pedant, KLTV 7 News.
Now, you can help spread awareness by donating to an Alzheimer's organization, or if you know of a caregiver or someone living with dementia, reach out to them and show some support.